What's up y'all, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be breaking down this really orchestral sample. I'm going to just show you what I did for each and every single element. And I'm going to also show you how you can come up with your own melodies using the same instruments. So pretty much I'm going to be showing you the techniques I used to come up with melodies. So let's begin. The first thing was the strings from Orchestra Complete 2. This is how they sounded. So these are pretty easy. I'm going to show you how I did it. Pick any scale you want and then start building a triad from there. And then take the same triad, copy and paste it over, bring them 5 notes down. And bring the lowest note 1 octave up. And then repeat this over for the entire 4-bar loop. Make your grid 1/3 and do some triplet notes using these 2 notes most of the times. And then at the end of every 2 bars, use a higher note than usual, so maybe you can bring this an octave up. Something like that would work. Just build on top of this and make sure to keep everything as simple as possible. To this I added a simple reverb. It was either the small studio or the venue preset, I can't really remember, but I brought the mix down to like 40-50%. And then I added an Uber mod to it, just a default setting. It mixed all the way up and then brought the depth all the way down. And then as a simple EQ, I made sure to boost the highs as much as possible because that's where they sounded the crispiest. I used this wind from Jade Ethnic Orchestra. It sounds like a choir at the same time, so you could do this with the choir as well. And this is how it sounded. So how I did this is again really simple. I mentioned this on my last video. Every scale has these 2 notes that come together without any notes in between. I use the first note right before these ones, and then I use the other ones as well. The main thing here is actually to keep each note in distant with each other and giving the whole melody a little bit of room to breathe. So it's not just like a whole solo going on, it's more like a melody that breathes in between and then comes back together. Another big sauce I can give you is something you can do by using these 2 notes or these 2 notes as well. On your first 4-bar loop, use the first one and then go up, and then at the end of your loop use your second one and then go 1 down. So this is pretty much giving it like a finishing effect. So this part actually makes it feel like it's gonna come together, and then at this part it feels like it's coming to an end. I added effect rack with a dark reflections preset. It's just a big reverb, and a choir like this actually needs a big reverb, so highly suggest you to do that. In Uber mod, I changed the settings a lot. You can copy them if you want. And then micro shift with the reverb enhancer setting helps a lot. If you have a big reverb going on, it makes them even bigger. And then a simple EQ to cut out some of the harsh frequencies. The third element is just a pretty simple piano. I'm just going to use the bass notes of the piano to build a bass line under it, and this is how that sounds. And to this I just added a really simple high cut. What makes this melody really unique is the fact that I have percussion drums on it. Most of the ethnic banks that I have came with a lot of percussions and ethnic drums, so I used them just for fun and it turned out pretty well. And this is how that sounds. And the last element I have is this bend here. These are the same notes as the bass line, but they're using higher frequencies, so they're actually creating more of a contrast. To this, I added a pan man, so we'd go from left to right, and I also added a Valhalla delay, and then a simple EQ to cut out both the lows and the highs. The last thing I did was to bounce it out, and then bring it down 3 notes. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. Have a good one.